Episode 2 Revenant is coming to an end. So let's talk about it. Let's see where we've been and where we're going. Starting off with Act 1, we see the return of Aramis to the story. Last we heard of her, after Defiance, she was going back to Reese to find her lover. But now she's back, and she's asking for our help as House Salvation are being attacked by Scorn. We go and help her, we save her house, and on the way back, with her in custody, Fickrell returns. And guess what? He's got the Echo. Surprise fucking surprise. Fickrell then shows his new ability with the Echo to turn Living Fallen into Scorn. Using the new Revenant Scorn, as they're called, he gets them to turn the ketch that we were taking to the last city around and rams it into the helm, almost killing everybody. Failsafe then does her thing and crashes it into the city wall. After it's crashed, we then go and talk to Ida in her new little laboratory where she is crafting tonics, one of the most useless items in the entire game. After that, to go play Onslaught again. Now, this Onslaught is different from the one that we got in the Into the Light update. This has different enemies, different maps, different levels, as in it's a little bit tougher, as well as different upgrades this time, such as the laser cannon, the turret that returns from Destiny 1, and I think they did update the trip mines slightly. After doing this, we get some story missions explaining how Mithrax is suffering from a Nezarec curse, or as I like to call it, the Nesquik curse. Aramis then tells us about a apothecary that might be able to help us craft a tonic that will be able to cure the Nesquik from Mithrax. A hunt for the apothecary begins with Act 2. This time, we're initially told that there have been fallen ketches going to abandoned parts of the reef by Mithrax. So we go investigate and we find out they're being taken to the prison of elders, now Scornified, taken over by the crazy servitor that we thought we killed back in that one Forsaken strike, but apparently not. We then find out that why Fickrell is there. That is because he has been raising the dead. Specifically, Skolas is back. Now, in this mission, we do fight Skolas. However, he doesn't die. He just gets brought back immediately and we're told, nah, run away. This is when Varix also finds out that the Echo is actually calling out and looking for a new host. This is officially when we find out that it's called the Echo of Reese. Aramis is then freed by us and by Ida because she thinks it's a good idea for us to free her as she can help. This is where Act 2 ends. Act 3 then begins with us finding out that Fickrell has a castle. Wow, crazy. We then infiltrate the castle in an effort to find the apothecary that is supposedly stationed there. This takes place over the course of 3 missions. In the first mission, we find the apothecary. The apothecary then helps Ida create a tonic that will turn his dark ether into normal ether, therefore turning him fallen and killing him permanently. We then do this in the 3rd mission. This is where Fickrell permanently dies, and we then see the Echo choose between Mithrax, who is Nezified, as I'm calling it, or Aramis. The Echo then chooses Aramis. Aramis used the new Echo that she's acquired to purify Mithrax. Aramis is leaving the system. Again, they're going back to Reese and they're going to try and rebuild, effectively throwing her out of the setting and leaving Mithrax as the Kell of Kells because there's no one left. Until we find out Skolas is still in the prison of elders. That's right, we forgot about that motherfucker. We go there, we kill him, and Mithrax is officially the Kell of Kells. That's where the story concludes for Revenant. Now, let's discuss what I thought about the story. I thought the season, or episode, or whatever the fuck Bungie want to call it these days, wasn't that bad. However, I wasn't really here for it if I'm being completely honest. After Act 1 dropped, and we only had about an hour and a half of content, or story content I should say, I checked out. Onslaught was something that we played before Final Shape. There wasn't too many changes to it. In addition, the tonics are just shit. Like, they don't really do anything. Or at least they don't do anything major. There's probably 1 or 2 tonics that I actually give a shit about. Including in that, the seasonal artifact, while cool, it's not great. There's a handful of perks that I want to use and they're focused around grenade launchers. The only other thing that I've been using from the seasonal artifact, or from any perk upgrades, have been the stasis crystal ones for Vesper's Host. Because, you know, that increased damage. It made the solo somewhat bearable, something I still haven't done. Because guess what? It's fucking unbearable, the final boss room. The second activity, Tomb of the Elders, pretty unique, pretty cool. However, I do think that there could have been more done with it in terms of different minigames, things like that. Something to keep me interested every run. Then the third activity, Kel's Fall. Great, amazing. I actually really like that exotic mission. It gave me Storm the Castle vibes. I didn't really get the vibe that they were going for in terms of storm the vampire castle and anything like that. It was more just storm the castle, look around. I do like how there's somewhat random final boss in that you either fight one of the barons, the Screeb mother that we fought during the Final Shape adventure, I think it was, or you just fight Fickrel. Though realistically, Fickrel's fight isn't a fight, he just stands there or you blast him. And I actually really liked the introduction of the Cal's Vengeance version of Contest of Elders. I thought Skolas's fight was really interesting, and it wasn't a mechanic that we'd seen. It was pretty much Destiny 1 Skolas, but updated in a better, more fun way. However, it's only 2 encounters. I was expecting a 5 encounter boss rush that was high level, but instead we just got Skolas. It wasn't very entertaining, it wasn't interesting. Outside of the fight, it wasn't interesting at least. In addition, there wasn't much to do for the season. There was no crafting weapons, there was no red borders to attain, which means you had to play the activities to get the perfect drop. But even now, with 2 weeks left in the season, I still haven't got the title. Simply because I haven't played Onslaught. I don't care about Onslaught. I don't find it that fun of a mode after I played it for the 50th time or 60th time. I personally would rather see a brand new mode come in, not just a rehash of Onslaught. Now, to end things off, I kind of want to just talk a little bit about Heresy, at least what I want to see in Heresy in terms of content as well as story. They've already brought up that we're going back to the Dreadnought, and that we're going to be fighting Eldritch Abominations and some shit like that. That sounds really cool. Don't fuck it up, Bungie, please. Don't fuck up the Dreadnought. Got the assets in the game for part of it already. Not only that, I want the activities to be replayable. I remember Season of the Wishes activity was really fun, and it actually kept me going for a very long time. This season, I've been checked out for most of it. I played Warframe for pretty much the entirety of Act 1 and 2. The only redeeming activity that isn't even linked to the story is Vesper's Host. That dungeon is amazing in my opinion. I really, really like that dungeon. But Bungie, please do not fuck up Heresy. Give us weapon crafting and random rolls. Give us 3 really replayable activities. The dungeon sounds cool as fuck. The aspects sound cool as fuck. But don't Bungie it, please. Do not Bungie the damn game again. We are on our last legs as it is, Bungie, as a community. There is not much more time we have. Do not fuck us up, Bungie. It is make or break. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share for more. I'll be posting more videos as things come out. Check out the Twitch streams on twitch.tv/InfernalXElite. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.